Hello, everyone. Oh, there we go. Awesome. Thanks for coming, everybody. We're excited about our evening. We're going to wait a few more minutes to so people can pop on. But welcome to Friday Night Live during our virtual Alumni Reunion Week. We have almost made it through the week. We're really excited. If you've been with us this week, thank you so much. If you're taking time tonight, we really appreciate it. Please, we want to know who is here, so please chat us your name and grad year in the chat function. If you would like to, you can pull the chat function up by clicking on the chat button at the bottom of your Zoom screen. Hi, Eric. Thanks for coming. And if you would like, go ahead and keep your camera on. Our entertainers will feed off of your energy, so we'd love to see you and also hear you. So you can also feel free to laugh out loud and be amazed at our wonderful performances. Yay. Oh, yes. Where are my cards? Oh, no. Yes, and we also have those fun reaction cards that I'm getting right now. So you can hold these up too. You can do laugh and laugh out loud. Yes, so thumbs up. Oh, wait. Thumbs up. Gosh, thumbs down. So we have those. If you got those in the mail, you can also use those. Awesome. And then I think it would be helpful for you to also choose speaker view. In your top right hand Zoom corner, we will spotlight our performers, but speaker view is probably your best bet unless you just want to watch everybody. That's fun too. So please chat us your name and grad year with the chat function at the bottom of your screen. I have some more people joining. Here we go. Awesome. We're going to wait a couple more minutes. If you'd like to keep your camera on, please do so. We'd love to see you, and we'd also love to hear you. So if you would also like to keep your mic on, that would be great too, so you don't have to listen to Jerry and Tiana and I laughing all night. And also, we are going to do some drawings during the event. So make sure that you chat your name and grad year, like Jay and Millie, we see you there, so we'll go ahead and put you in the prize wheel, but we're going to do some prizes during the event, so make sure you chat us. Still letting people in. Go. Awesome. All right, so we'll wait a couple more minutes. Thanks for coming, everybody. We really appreciate it. We hope that you're enjoying the virtual Alumni Reunion Week. We do know it is different. But we were excited to host something for our alums and friends. So we're excited that you're here with us tonight. This is just going to be a very laid back event, something that you can enjoy from your couch or kitchen table. So grab a snack and something to drink and just kind of enjoy the evening. I mean, it is kind of raining now. So yes, good job, Eric. Yes, nice. Awesome. Again, if you came in a little bit later, please chat your name and grad year so that we can enter you in the drawing for the prizes that we'll have in between our performers. Hi, Alyssa. Thanks for coming. And if you are comfortable, please leave your camera on, and then you can also unmute yourself. The performers will feed off of your energy, so we just want to make sure that you're not just hearing Jerry and I and Tiana laugh, because it's going to be a really fun night. And then another suggestion, maybe if you would like, in the top right hand corner of your Zoom screen, if you click the view button, you can click speaker view, and then you'll just see the performers. We'll also spotlight them, but that may be a better way so that you can see better the performers. All right, I'm going to keep letting some people in, and I am going to, we have a very special guest this evening. Joe Brown has joined us, and he is going to kick off our evening. We're really excited to have him. So take it away, Joe.
Okay, so just as we start, the sun is breaking through, spotlighting my face, and I am actually waiting to get a text to see if we are doing our musical tonight. Oh, I just got a text that the show is going on. So I'm gonna do our thing here and madly put some shoes on. I have pants on and run to Wesleyan to see who shows up on with the lawn drenched, and maybe they're mopping the stage, but like they say, the show will go on. Let me do a quick commercial for those of you that are with us. It's supposed to be a beautiful weekend, Saturday and Sunday night. I want to give a shout out to Theater Wesleyan, to our cast and crew, and Brian Stevenson and his creativity for doing a safe musical review out in front of Martin Center. And I think we are using literally every person in our department to either be in the show or crew the show. The lighting is spectacular. The sound is great. The kids are singing their hearts out. We have projections. There's lots to see. It is 90 minutes long with no intermission. Starts at 8 o'clock. If you do not have reservations, we don't care. Bring a lawn chair, show up. We're not going to turn anyone away. Bring a bag dinner. There is not going to be alcohol police. So we're not going to say, take your beverages to your car. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there every night. Sunday night, I'm going to have a jug that I won't say what's in it, drinking. And we're just going to have a great time. So I want to give a shout out to Theater Wesleyan and Brian for making this a really safe event this year. So the commercials. So right now I'm in the house and I'm hoping 5 of my 9 dogs that are here at my feet don't start barking, or my 3 exotic parrots don't start screeching their heads off, which they tend to do when we're at home on Zoom. And you know, we're all going to look back at this and see what happens a year from now, when hopefully we're all face to face and hopefully we're not wearing masks and we are all back together again. So shout out to all of you for how we've all adapted to, you know, Zoom. A year ago, what? Zoom was like, we did not know it was a noun. It was a verb. And the word Zoombies is now an official, I think, in dictionary to become a Zoombie. So I got to say, Christian, the camera loves your face. You look great on the camera. My forehead looks enormous. It does not flatter aging people. I see, as usual, the probably best, most spirited alum, Charles Willett, I'm seeing in the chat. Yay, Martha Duke, I'm seeing in the chat. Martha, I know we're going to see Charles at the musical. I hope we might see you at the musical. There. Stan Grainer, yeah, Joe Brown will need to bring lawn chairs tomorrow evening. Yeah, because Stan, at our age, we don't want to sit on a picnic on a blanket because our bodies won't get up. So I do highly recommend, yeah, bring your own lawn chairs, because we are not, you know,
I'm glad, because I didn't know that there weren't going to be chairs provided. I'm glad I'm seeing it here, because I would have showed up with nothing.
Look at all those pianos in the back of your room.
I only have 3 keyboards back here, yeah.
Oh yeah, wow. No, bring lawn chairs, because it's not reserved seating. So we have marked 6 feet squares in flags so that everyone is still, you know, a lot of people have gotten vaccines, but we have it all marked out so people are safe depending on how many people are in your pod. I'm sure you're coming with Evan. And I don't know if Evan's with us, but I would think, wow, if Evan wants to bring lots of food to share because he's such a great cook.
Evan's got a sick dog right now, so I'm not sure what's going on with him.
Oh, shoot. Okay. I'm looking for notes from Jacob to see what's going on at the show. But so Christian, the old dog has welcomed everyone. What else do I need to do tonight?
No,
yeah.
You're good. Thank you, Joe. We appreciate you. We're so glad that you're here. We just know you were such a loved figure here at Wesleyan.
You know, guys, I want to give Alumni Relations. I want to give Alumni Relations a big shout out, because they have adapted just like all of us have, and have tried to keep you all engaged through the safety of these computer screens. until we can all be together again. I'm looking forward to the fall homecoming because I'm already on a Gamma Sigma Sigma group that are all the ladies of Gamma Sigma Sigma, and their big bros are going to come back for homecoming in the fall. That's going to be fun. Yeah, so again, if you all hadn't thought about, if you want to get out this weekend, don't worry if you didn't make a reservation. The tickets are free. We're going to get everyone in. It's just going to be great fun to see everyone within safety. We will be asking you to wear masks, but you'll be outside, and I think the weather's just going to be stunning and gorgeous. So I am going to log out because I've got to run, put some shoes on, and get over to the campus to see who the heck's going to come in this wet, soggy weather. But y'all have a great time tonight. And Stan, I hope you win one of the prizes. And we'll be seeing all of you tomorrow night. And I know we've got some magic about to occur and some comedy about to occur. So yeah, so I am getting out of here to go to the show.
Thanks, Joe.
Bye, Joe. Thank you.
Bye, all.
Break a leg.
Okay.
Thank you,
Bye,
Joe.
Charles. Bye, Martha. Bye, Stan.
Bye.
Awesome. So thank you again so much for coming. We really appreciate everybody taking the time to spend with us this evening. We're so excited to have you. We've got a great lineup put together. So please sit back and relax. And if you haven't already, go ahead and chat us your name and grad year so we know who's here. We are going to give away some prizes in between the performers. So with that, I am going to turn it over to Paulo so that he can kick us off with some comedy.
Thank you very much. How's it going, Texas Wesleyan? Welcome to I believe this is like your homecoming week or something? Reunion week. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I didn't read the fine print. I apologize. My name is
Okay.
Carlos. I'm just going to be your host for the comics. Thank you so much, guys, for coming out and listening to us. Just a couple of things, like Christian mentioned, feel free to show your faces. That's how the comics kind of feed off of energy. Also, if you would like to unmute yourself during the performances to laugh, then please feel free to do that as well. Just a couple of things to keep in mind. If there are any distracting noises in the background, just kind of keep that in mind. But otherwise, just have fun, relax, and let our comics help you laugh the week off. And with that being said, I am going to bring your first comic to the Zoom screen. Very good friend of mine, all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. He has been on Epic's channel. You've heard him on Sirius XM Radio. He also hosts the hilarious podcast 4th and 10. Please give it up for my very good friend, Damon Sumner, everybody. Give it up.
Hey.
How are we doing? Appreciate that, Paulos. Thank you so much, everyone out here. Please, I want to see you. I want to hear you. Unmute yourself. I want to see your face. I'm never going to see you again. Let's open up. We could be honest. This is going to be a nice little PTA meeting in here. Let's have a good time out here. I'm feeling good. Hope everybody's feeling good. Thank you for the hearts. I like that. Y'all sending stuff in the mail. I didn't know people still use the mail. I like that. I respect that out here. That tells me a lot. That tells me where maybe you graduated from if you still sending stuff in the mail. I like that. I ain't gonna say nothing, Charles. I ain't gonna say nothing about it. This is good. The first guy, what was it? Joe, right? Was that the big long guy? Man, I wish he was my grandpa. I just feel like we could just have a good time on his couch in a rocking chair, him in a cardigan, a nice Sunday afternoon, crock pot. You know what I'm saying? He just feel real warm. Did y'all feel that? I've never met Joe. I feel like Joe's got some Werther's Originals in his pocket right now. And it's like, man, I feel like we could take a nice walk right now, Joe.
Papa
and just
Joe.
talk. That's
Papa
it.
Joe.
Said he had 9 dogs though. Was that right?
Yeah, he rescues dogs. Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's gonna have to come to my house. I don't really listen. You get chased by 2 dogs in Louisiana. It changes your perspective. But nonetheless, I am excited to be here. Thank y'all so much. Don't worry, Alyssa. I'm gonna have you in bed in an hour. Don't worry about it, boo. I got you out here. We're gonna have a good time. I'm excited to be here. Thank y'all so much. Hope everybody's doing safe. Hope everybody's being safe and loving life. I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia. Tell you about myself. A lot of things have been going on in my life, as probably as yours as well. I've been trying to do better with my fitness. That's been a big goal. And since I've had more time, I've been able to really crush my goals. My goal in April of 2020 was to lose 20 pounds. All right. I was like, all right, the pandemic, I don't think it's going anywhere. Let's lose 20 pounds. And please give it up for me. I have gained 18 pounds. And so I have every single ordering app on my phone, and that is not on purpose. That's just unfortunate where I am. I've got Uber Eats, I've got Grubhub, I got Postmates. It's not good. It's the worst. I'm gonna be honest, because I'm never gonna see you guys again, so I can open up to you. The worst was the worst was when I ordered. Listen to me. The worst was when I ordered McDonald's at 11 p.m. That was my lowest. Jerry, that was my lowest. You hear me here? I was embarrassed for myself. I destroyed it. I was like, damn, you got to do better. You can't get a Happy Meal at 11:42 p.m. And it's not good. I've got the bust of a stepmom in Tulsa. It is not good right now. It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm only showing you my shoulders and up, because under here, oof, it is not good. Like, it's not. Oof, if I took this off, you saw me on the beach, it is like it's like if you ever left chocolate in the sun.
Oh yeah.
Realize it, and then you throw it back in the fridge.
Yeah, I've done that before.
It's stuck to the paper. You know what I'm saying? You got to eat the paper. This is what's going on under here. It is not good. It's not good, Jay. I'm trying to do better. A lot of issues with my health, if I'm being honest with you. One of my issues is that I don't know if you know about like this, but like my weight fluctuates. That's a thing. It fluctuates, and so like one thing that bothers me is that I keep running into people who can eat anything. You know anybody like that? You know what I'm saying? They can eat like a whole birthday cake, but only get hiccups. You know what I mean? You know them. Meanwhile, I'll eat string cheese, and my nipples look like pomegranates, and that's just not what I'm going for. You understand what I'm saying, Tiana? That's not the look I'm trying to get in my life. That's not it. I'm trying to eat more salad. Make some noise. You love a good salad. Clap it up. Everybody love a good salad in here. Okay. I hate salad. Stop it. Shut it down. It's disgusting. It's 2021. We could be a salad. Salad tastes like outside. You understand what I'm saying? Like you can walk outside right now and fall down with your mouth open. It's the same thing. Right. Save your money. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Save your money. Oh, things are tough. I've been asking friends. I've been asking a few friends. I'm like, what should I eat to be healthier? Right. So I've got a friend who's into CrossFit. Anybody out here fitting the cross out here? Anybody wasting money? No, that's what I'm talking about, Betsy. I'm with you. I was asking her, she's pretty healthy. I was like, what should I be eating to, get it together? She's like, how do you feel about beets? I was like, beets? Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen beets in public. That's number one. I'm just gonna open up to you, okay? But I think we can agree, right? I think we can agree. Like, we all know, like, beets are for people whose mom name is Alice. You know what I'm saying? My mom's name is Keisha, and it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing, Jerry. It's not good. And I was like, listen, I don't really mess with beets, but here's the thing. I feel like regardless of age and what year you graduate, I feel like we can agree on a lot of things. I feel like we all know growing up, for a lot of us, there were really only a few vegetables, right? We didn't have a ton of vegetables as a kid. We didn't have a Joe's to trade with. We had a few vegetables as a kid, right? We had corn, right? Green beans, mac and cheese. Those were the three. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying, Stan, right? It was it. It went with anything. Then a hamburger helper, sloppy Joe, poverty, whatever you need. It was going to be delicious. You understand? Oh, I miss it. I said, I don't mess with beets. She said, how do you feel about succotash? I said, I don't know why we're still having this conversation. Succotash? Listen to me, guys. Stop it. I was born in 86. I thought Looney Tunes made up succotash. I did not know that was a real thing. It is real. If you didn't know, succotash is just sweet corn, lima beans, and suicide, because you want to kill yourself because it's disgusting. You understand me? Succotash is that canned food you keep in your pantry for 25 years, and then you give it to the homeless food drive. You understand what I'm saying out here? They don't get this good stuff. Pinto beans for you. You know what I'm talking about. Trying to do better though. I'm trying Brussels sprouts. That's the thing people are really trying to get me on. I can't. The smell that bothers me. It smells like a platypus fart. I don't like that. I don't like that. And then it also just looks like, you ever looked at the top of your granddaddy's head? I don't like that. I don't just like the way they look. I don't like the way they look. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out my life, man. I'm peeing a lot more. I don't transition well. I apologize. I'm peeing, Jay. I'm peeing a lot. You listening to me? It is not good. Too much. Okay. I'm 34. I was concerned. I looked it up because I thought it was a symptom. I was worried. You understand? And I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I think a lot of guys in here probably can relate to me. What I do know, I don't know if any guys are here in their 20s. What I do know is that I'm past the age where I can go to the urinal, shake 2 times, and go about my day. Like those days are done. Stan, you know what I'm talking about. Those days, shake 2 times and go get some froyo. No, sir. Those days are behind me. You understand? Like it's not, like you ever go to, I'm at a different phase. Like you ever go to a car wash and you know, when you do it yourself, you take the mats out and you beat it on the concrete. Like that's where I'm at right now. I'm just like, I gotta shake like I'm trying to get a rodeo. So, yeah, like it's a whole situation right now. Tiana, I'm trying to give you some information here. This is important here, okay? It's just not, because every guy in here over 30 knows what I'm talking about, okay? If you go to that sink and you don't do it well, 8 more drops are coming down your leg. And then you got squishy socks and slippery thighs, and you got to go home. You can't call your mama with slippery thighs. You don't understand. You got to log out. You got to take an applesauce and go to bed with slippery thighs. You can't do that. You can't do it.
You know why I took obstetrics and stuff.
See, Ms. Beavers knows what I'm talking about in here. You got to be careful. Eric, you understand what I'm saying in here, player? It's dangerous times in here. Been a lot going on, man. I'm an optimistic person. That's important to know about me. I'm an optimistic person, and I'm excited when we get past all of this. When we're in a new world, right? When we're back out in the streets, loving life, 2031. You know what I'm saying? When we out here being free again. You know what I'm talking about, Martha. When we just back out here, mask free, 2042, day of our Lord, loving life. Like I'm excited for that era. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I feel like we could be honest. This is a good HOA meeting. I feel like we could be honest. All right. There's certain things we got to make sure. There's certain things we got to make sure that we leave in 2021. We don't need everything coming with us in the new world. There's certain things we need to keep in this world, right? Like the bowl of nuts. We need to shut that whole thing down, right? You remember that era? You remember when you used to go into the bar or a restaurant and there was just a bowl of nuts? Whose nuts are these? I don't know. Did you bring the nuts? I didn't bring the nuts. Who's eating the nuts? I'm gonna eat some of the nuts. Who had nuts? We just had nuts publicly out, eating the nuts. They're everywhere. I thought we knew nuts were private, Christian. Obviously not. That's why we're in this panorama now. And I'm saying we got to shut this down, okay? We also got to shut down community pools. We got to let go of community pools as a whole. 2 days ago, I found out that white people don't wash their legs, so we got to shut that whole thing down right here, okay? Maybe not you fine white people, but the people here, listen. The hipsters here in Georgia are disgusting. So I'm including you guys here. I'm not including you. Jay, that joke was just for Jay. That's all I want you to know right there.
Oh, Lord.
Here's the thing I think we can agree on, though. Here's the thing I think we can agree on. I feel like we could be honest, and there's a certain type of person. There's a certain type of person we got to leave in the pandemic. There's a certain type of person who can't be with us out here in these streets. Adrian, when we're free in 2037, we can't have it, okay? And that is anybody who has an outie belly button. We can't have it. Shut them down right now. You understand? Don't cover your mouth, Rebecca. You know what I'm talking about in here, okay? We got that. It's disgusting. That's how I feel. You know what I'm talking about. And if I see them at the beach, I'll go the other way. I don't like it. It looks like a little Monopoly thimble coming out their crop top. I can't do the out. Are you an adult? What is happening right now? It looks like a little baby pinky toe all of your belly. What is going on? Like you remember the Salem witch trials when they were burning people? Listen, those were just people with Audis, and I say burn them alive. That's what I tell you right now. I'm telling you, I'm being honest with you, Vanessa. I'm trying to tell you, statistically, there's 2 of you in the Zoom with an Audi, and I hope you don't make it home. I'm just going to be honest with you. I can say that. I'm not going to see you again. I'm just opening up to you here. You know what I'm saying? This is good. Paulus, I appreciate it. This has been a fun time. It's always interesting when you do a Zoom show and you just talking to an abyss. All I need is one person. That's all I need. Long as I got Jay and Stan on my side, I'm good. I can go to sleep after that.
You got it.
That's what I'm talking about. I miss Ebola. Let's talk about it. Listen. I know eyebrows, Jerry. Listen, I I miss Ebola. Here's the thing about Ebola, because you're looking at it. Listen, Ebola was another person's problem. You listening to me here? Okay. COVID, all up in our business. I don't like that. Okay. Ebola was. I was on a plane pooping in the sky with Ebola. I wasn't worried about Ebola. I'm worried about COVID. I don't like that here. Ebola was the middle school bully with asthma. You know what I'm saying? Sit down, Bernard, with your weak lungs. Nobody was worried about Ebola. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you here. I just want to go back. I just want to go back where we could just go outside and laugh with our mouth open. You know what I'm saying? Just with your tongue out. You can't laugh with your tongue out, Betsy. You die on the spot. This air is dangerous. You listening to me? It is crazy out here. You got to be careful. You got to be careful out here, man. I'm just trying to get to a better time. And some people are being safe. Some people aren't being safe. We know that some people have been safe. Some people are not being safe. I was at a Target last month to let you know how my career is going. And two things. One, I saw a grown woman. She was inspecting some undergarments, and she sniffed the undergarments. Problem number one. Okay. Problem number two, she put the undergarments down, and then she rubbed her eye. I was like, you can't rub your eye in 2021. That's how you get polio. You will die on the spot. You cannot rub your eye in public. Are you crazy? Oh, baby, you can't do it. You can't do it. And before you think I'm only judging other people, I'm not. I judge myself too, because I made a mistake back in January. All right. I was, when you're hungry, you get some curbside or you just do some pickup and you're like, this food's not going to make it home. Like you can smell it in the car, in the bag. You're like, nah, they might make it to a red light. And so I'm picking up some barbecue curbside and I'm sitting in the car. I got one leg out, right? And I'm starving. So I pull a piece of rib out. I take a bite of the rib and then I licked my fingers. I was like, Lord, take me now. You can't lick your fingers now, Betsy, in 2021. You'll die with scurvy. You crazy? Oh my goodness. Worst part, I just caught myself with wet tips, just mid-mouth. I was like, take me now, Lord. I'm gonna die today. Oh my goodness. But I made it, and I'm here for y'all. But listen, that's all for me, man. Y'all have been a great crowd. Thank y'all so much. Have fun tonight. Thank y'all. I'm Damon Sumner.
Yay.
Good job.
Keep it going.
Thank
Keep
you
it
so
going for
much.
Damon Sumner. I believe Christian and Jerry are now gonna do something, so I will back out.
Okay, so Jerry is going to share her screen and we are going to give away a prize. So,
What's the prize, Christian?
the prize is this glass with a ram on it. It's shaped like a pint glass. Yes, super fun. We'll mail it straight to you. So here we go.
Okay, if your name is not on this wheel, you didn't put it in the chat. So you still have a chance to win if you haven't put your name in the chat.
Other one. So here we go.
All right, the wheel of names is going, and it is Rebecca Goff is our big winner. Woo!
Rebecca,
Congratulations,
yes.
Rebecca.
If you will direct message Jerry, we'll get your address and we'll make sure we get that cup to you.
Yay.
All right, so we'll see our next performer now.
All right, thank you. And also congrats again, Rebecca. Guys, your next comic coming to the Zoom. Very funny, good friend of mine. Funniest comic in Texas winner. You may have seen him on.
Get it right, Paulo, so I'm not doing the show. Get it right, or I'm walking.
Okay, let's start over. Excuse me. He was the funniest comic in Texas winner. You may have seen him on Laughs on the Fox Network. Very funny. Give it up for Aaron Arianpour, everybody.
Hello, hi. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Close enough? All right, fantastic. Yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome, reunioners, alumni. Hello. Damon was incredibly funny. Congratulations to Rebecca. Thank you all for having this event. Looks like it's a great way to do it, even with all the rain and stuff like that. Just being able to do this from your home. I'm broadcasting live from a storage closet. The manager at Jamba Juice was really surprised. I tried to liven things up with a little curtain. If you see, I've got. No, and then no, that was here when I came in here. I can't take credit for that.
It'll be gone when you leave.
I've got my my nice shirt on here. Anytime I'm on a show with Paulos, I have to bring a bunch of shirts. I need to show you because this is what I want to wear And I can never wear this shirt when Paulos is in it. Look at him. That's a visual joke and you have to look at a screen, never mind. Thumbs down, hi. A lot of you looking at me like you don't know who I am. That's fine, I'm used to it. If you've seen America's Got Talent or Last Comic Standing, I have seen those shows as well. So we're all on the same page. Fantastic. Up until about a year ago, I was a professional comedian, kind of touring around the country and working cruise ships and doing corporate events and all sorts of stuff. And then everything just kind of shut down. Just shut down for a year. And so I have been doing a few live shows here and there. I got my vaccine. I've been doing Zoom shows like this, and I was asked earlier if comedy works on Zoom, and I have to say I don't know yet. We still don't know. Look at this, halfway through. I just know it's frustrating because I'm trying to tell jokes and trying to share things. I can hear the audio and I'm getting all frustrated. Oh, they can't hear me. And then I'll get like, Aaron, you're on mute. I'm like, here we go. A year later, still. So it's been a tricky time, this whole time, I guess, this last year. About spring break last year, my kids came home and then just didn't leave. So that took a lot of getting used to, and it was sweet. I'm a comedian, so and my wife is a teacher, and we all had to adjust. Yes, go educators. And when this whole thing happened and everybody had to do what they were doing, she was used to working from home. You know what I mean? It wasn't much of an adjustment. And I'm a comedian, so I was very much used to not working from home. And being at home not working, it was all very, very related. But it was interesting being piled on top of each other because the 16-year-old was home and my youngest is about to turn 9. He was home and I'd be sitting on the couch with my youngest and we could hear my wife teach in the other room, and he would look up at me so sweetly and he'd go, "Not everybody's going to make it to high school, are they?" I'm like, no, I guess not. It is weird. I guess anybody here who's in, a relationship, anybody else notice this where you, anybody see their significant other, wife, husband, whatever, on a Zoom call, working and handling work stress with patience, humor, and you're just like, who is this person? Why has this person never come home? I've never seen this person after 5 o'clock. Why? It's a very frustrating thing. And like I said, the kids are all on top of each other. And I don't know if any other parents out there, if you had Narnia time, my wife and I, we would it's where you take your kids and you shove them in a closet for a couple of hours. You just go in the back behind the coats. Look, there's a magical realm. Please go. It was weird though, the school year ended. And usually there's like a celebration to the end of the year, you know what I mean? And there's yearbooks and hugging and parties and all that. And instead it was like kind of coming to the end, and I just got a text from my kid's teacher and it was like, it's over. And it was like, no parties, no hugs, no words. And I was like, buddy, I think we just got dumped. You know what I mean? Like it was more, it was a bad breakup text is what I'm saying. It was less of a ceremonial end. It wasn't the end of second grade. It was an Adele album. It was sad. Come get your stuff. It's on the curb. And then of course all summer long we're worried, do they go back? And my oldest, he plays football, so it wasn't even a question. It was like, COVID schmovid, you're showing up. And he was there all the time. And then we would get emails from the school district and saying, don't worry, we're taking all precautions, don't worry. And just there's a lot of angst that goes into that decision. And so we decided to put the kids back in school when it was, they said, safe. And I took both my boys to their first days, one 3rd grade and one 10th grade. And it was really funny earlier in the morning because I'm dropping off my youngest. And it was like a ghost town. Nobody was around. And I was like, oh, a lot of these parents must want to keep their precious young ones home safe. They're not ready for them to be out yet. And when I dropped off my oldest, I had never seen so many cars in my life. It was like a rolling parking lot moving just slow enough to where the kid didn't get too bruised when you shoved him outside. But we'd get emails from the schools, like, don't worry, all precautions. And then day one, we'd start getting emails again like, hi, sorry to inform you, but we have 1 case of COVID. I was like, okay, well, that was kind of expected. And then the next day, hi, so we have 3 cases of COVID. And like, oh God, well, how long is this year going to be? And then we started getting emails like, you're receiving this COVID related email because one of the 3 things may be true. And I'm like, I'm a scared parent. I need information, not a riddle right now. I don't need the COVID troll, just under a bridge going, pick one, and anyway, I did get an email from my youngest school nurse and it freaked me out. You know how you see like an email notification on your phone and it said school nurse, RE, your son. I'm like, here we go. We've all got the plague. And I opened the email and it said, your son is okay now, but at recess he was kicked in the face with a soccer ball. And part of me is like, oh buddy, he's gonna be okay. And then the other part of me is like, goal! That's the email you want. Not that he had sniffles. I was in my backyard and I saw this neighbor of mine, 2-story house. He was up on the roof all by himself, up on the pitch, highest point, on his phone.
Just trying to get out.
And I saw that and I was amazed and immediately thought, I need to buy a ladder because it's a lot you have to deal with. Damon had mentioned gaining some weight. I know I'm looking like puffy here. I don't know what's up with that. I'm going to blame the camera. I actually lost weight. I know a lot of people, here, there, and whatever. Over the course of the year, I'm always big, but I've lost like 25, 30 pounds over the last year. And it's something I've always, been working with and struggling with. And I finally was able to do it. I'm not, I'm getting closer to my goal weight. And apparently all it took was for every buffet and frozen yogurt place to shut down in the entire world. Good discipline there. I was a big kid growing up, and all the teachers enlisted me to move all the heavy stuff for them. They just thought I was strong. I'm 8 years old, I'm husky, I don't have any strength. And they always try to bribe me. It's okay, Aaron, I've got cookies. I'm like, thanks. What I need is more simple sugars. My body obviously can't. All right, what kind of cookies are we talking about? I'll do it. I'm a sucker. I love food too much. I love the burrito places, Chipotle, Freebirds. First time I even heard about a place like that, my buddy was like, we got to go, man, this burrito place. They got burritos the size of babies. And I was like, ew, no, thank you. That sounds disgusting. And I've never been that hungry either. I never looked at a newborn like, hey, you going to finish that? Like, I've never been that monster. So I'm a good Texan. I go to the state fair, whenever I can. And this is a true story from about 10 years ago or so. I'd lost quite a bit of weight and was feeling good about myself. I go to the state fair and they fry everything. I'm sure we've all been, but if you don't know, they take something that's never been fried before, fry it, shove it into something else that's never been fried before, fry that, and then charge you 50 coupons. So I was having a great day with the family, and then that was middle of the day on a Saturday. By midnight that night, I was in the hospital because my gallbladder did not have as much fun at the state fair as at the family. My gallbladder wanted out. No 2 weeks notice, no nothing. Just and a couple things occurred to me. One, that stuff never happens during the work week. You know what I mean? So it's ruining a perfectly good weekend. It would almost be worth it if it happened like 10 a.m. Tuesday in the middle of a meeting in front of your boss or a client, or just, oh my God, I think I'm dying. I have to go. It might be your fault. Like, you could use that forever. The other thing occurred to me, I was in the hospital for like 5 days. I was dehydrated. I was on fluids. And, people don't seem to care how you lose weight. They just see weight loss. And they're like, wow, what did you do? What did you do? It's like, I almost died a week ago. I'm crawling around my bathroom floor, clutching my sides, just praying for the sweet release of death. Well, whatever you're doing, it looks fantastic. Keep it up. Good for you. 1 week, really. I should crawl more. I have a reunion coming up. By the way, how great is this with the reunions? You can just do this. You don't even have to put on pants. You don't have to worry about losing weight and getting into this outfit. You guys are here. It's awesome. I am married. I'm very blessed. My wife is too pretty for me. I found that out because I used to keep a picture of her on my desk at my old job, and coworkers would come by and like, what? Like, she's really pretty, like all shocked, like concerned for her safety more than anything, and so what's the story? Where'd you meet? How'd you get her? Like, I tricked her, like I set a trap back in college, it's coach bag, gotcha. Like nobody questioned two really good looking people get together. It's like, oh my God, what a cute couple they make. Do you see that? Oh my God, they look so good together. Nobody questioned two really ugly people get together. Like, yeah. Thank God. Thank God those two found each other, right? Just, well, there's a lid for every pot, a lid for every pot. It's nice when the laughs are like lower than you expect, because at least I'm in a comfortable chair. That usually doesn't happen with stand-up. My wife and I, we try. We've been communicating weirdly forever. Our 20th wedding anniversary is coming up this fall. How crazy is that? We've been together for a good long time. When you're in a relationship long enough, you say silly things like, isn't it crazy how we finish each other's sentences? Like, technically, you finish mine. That's called interrupting. There's a difference. Not romantic. It's rude. Well, it's starting to tip me off. Can't do anything about it. In too deep. We've been together a while, like so long that if I really want to get her excited lately, I have to start dressing like the Amazon Prime delivery guy. Brown shorts, bing bong, whatever it takes, I'm there. I don't know whose laugh that was, but I really liked it.
Try 56.
What's that?
I just said try 56.
Oh, I no, thank you.
It's wonderful.
You guys have been together 56 years?
Yep.
Yeah, we sing precious memories.
Congratulations. I'm sorry.
We sing precious memories.
Oh, yes, of course.
That's great.
All right, so this has changed from a comedy show and a reunion to the Beavers anniversary party. And I'm so glad that everybody was able to make it. You all look wonderful. I never would have guessed 56 years. That's and you guys are on Zoom. Like that blows my mind. Like you'd be together that long and still trying new things. There you go. We go to weddings. We used to go to weddings an awful lot, and I like them, but there's also a part of it that feels childish, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it until we started planning a wedding. And you realize that like every bride to be, it's just like ever since I was a little girl, I dreamt of having a fairy tale wedding. I deserve to be a princess. One day in my life, it's my day to be a princess. I deserve to be a princess. And ladies, it's fair. It's your day. You get to be a princess. But as the groom, it's kind of our day too, right? Just a little bit. It's a little bit like if that's the way it works, like 90-10%, maybe if that's the way it works. Can our childhood fantasies also come true? That just once can we hear, do you, princess, take Ghostbuster? I mean, just one time. Like, ever since I was a little boy, I dreamt of being a Jedi, just coming down the aisle in my brown robe and my hood and just, whoa, cutting the cake. Just cut the cake. Where you going, baby? You're my only hope. Neat. We're parents. I mentioned my kids before. I love them to death. I didn't expect it to be such a masculine feeling to be an expectant father. You're looking at a belly and going, you see that? I did that. I did manly things. You feel like a man. And you feel like a man for a little bit. Then a year goes by. All of a sudden, you're pushing a stroller around an IKEA, and you haven't slept in forever. You're like, I'm a man, I think. And you're picking up juice cups and blankets being thrown over on purpose. And you're like, please, buddy, don't do it anymore. And then you're passing other strangers pushing strollers, so you're gonna signal them like you're on Harleys or something. What's up? Stay strong. Ride with the wind. It's just you try. I was like a manly expectant father, very manly feeling, and I'm not chauvinistic. I'm not sexist, but when my wife was pregnant, I caught a glimpse of her in the kitchen with no shoes on once. And I was like, how about that? My wife, barefoot and pregnant in my kitchen. I'm a man. She's like, what are you smiling at, baby? She's like, nothing. Nothing, woman. You trying to sass me, woman? She said, what? I said, you're a sassy woman. Just back up. That's where we go. I wasn't prepared for all the questions I'd get from strangers. You go out with a kid, people get in your business, like, so have you started saving for his education yet? It's like, I haven't even finished paying for my own education yet. And I haven't even started. You have one kid, that's not enough for people. So when's baby number 2 coming? I don't know if baby number 1's even sticking around. Slow it down. This is hard, Who are you? years before my youngest was born, you know, this is a dumb question. We were grocery shopping. Guy bagged our groceries like, so is this your only kid? I'm like, why do you care? Grocery store dude, what are you going to do with that information for the next 3 minutes of our shared lives together out to the car? And like, what kind of weird, dumb question is that? It's like, no, as a matter of fact, he's not. Actually got 7 others locked up in the hot car, windows all the way up. This one made me the least mad today, so he won some fresh air as a prize. Got it right back, dude. That's a joke about the question. There's no real kids in that joke. So I have my 2 boys. My oldest just turned 16. My youngest about to turn 9. I get this question. So do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite? You probably can't say, but you can say, I have a favorite. I'm like, how dare you? How dare you ask me to break my 16-year-old's heart like that? How dare you? Truth is, I do have a favorite. It's just not one of mine. There's this 8-year-old on YouTube. Yeah, he plays piano, guitar. I'm serious. He's been on Ellen, makes all sorts of money for his family. That guy's my favorite. That guy. Kids don't do anything, man, except stink up the house and leave cups everywhere. My oldest, he just, like I said, he's on the football team. He also actually made the Power Varsity team recently, which I think is all due to all those times he watched me bring in every grocery bag in one trip. Show him how it's done. And he's a big dude. He's been on the team for a while, and there's a new odor to his room that's just not pleasant. And I can't explain. I want to help him. I want him to be presentable as he goes out into the world, and I want to offer suggestions without being nitpicky, but help him groom himself to be a human. And I can't explain the teenage resistance, the attitude too. It's the attitude I don't understand. It's like, man, did you brush your teeth? Yes. With toothpaste? I'll be right back. It's the weirdest. Wearing deodorant? Yes. Call. Both pits? I'll be right back. It's like I said, unpleasant. My youngest, he started doing this as a goof, but it's become real. He calls his mom mother, which can sound weird from a little kid. And he calls me father, not dad, daddy, father. And he says it sarcastically. I know he does. He can say, like, here you go, father, whatever you say, father, Unless we're out in public and strangers are around, and then it becomes, father, were you planning to buy that box of Pop-Tarts? No, father? Are all of these groceries going to be for you again? You're so big, we're so small, just one box. Just fine. Kids, trying to get them to help you with anything is like one big game of charades, except you're allowed to use words and your partner still can't get the answer right. Hey buddy, can you bring the remote over here to me? Can you bring the remote for the TV? Can you bring the remote to me? It's right down. Can you just look? It's right. It's in your hand. It's in your hand. You're holding. Look in your hand, not your empty hand. The hand that's holding something. That's every conversation. I'm gonna have a few things more, and we're gonna wrap things up. You guys have been so fun. Thank you so much for listening so far. And what's that for? I'm being sincere. So far, everybody's gonna tune out. Yeah, no, I don't want to tell you that. I don't want to tell you that. I don't want to tell you that either. I used to travel like an awful lot. And one of my favorite trips ever was a couple of New Years ago. I was asked to do an armed services entertainment show, which ever since I started doing comedy, that was like one of my goals, was to somehow do a show like that, USO or something. And my buddy, he goes, we're doing these shows. You want to come with us? I'm like, absolutely. Where is it? And he goes, it's Honduras. And I'm like, okay. Is there a war in Honduras? He said, no. I go, even better. Because I want to do it, but I don't want to be like in an active war zone. I'd mentioned that I performed in Central America. It was a while ago. And this lady in the audience, she goes, Nebraska? I was like, no. So it was awesome. We got to stay on a military base, and we went a couple of bases. There was a base that had, they did humanitarian work in the Honduran mountains, and it was just really, really amazing and trippy. And the shows were great, and the people were great. and it was New Year's Eve, and it was a small enough base where we had to be driven around on little golf carts. I forgot the exact word they called them, but it's a military word, so it's not a golf cart, you know, but it's a golf cart. There are 4 of us on a golf cart. The guy who works at the base, who's driving us, is taking us back to the barracks. And we got pulled over by military police on New Year's Eve on a base that we just performed at. And I don't know if you've ever been pulled over. Most of us experience it in a rear view mirror and you get that feeling like, oh, that's messed up. I was sitting on the back. I don't know if you've ever been pulled over, seeing the whole thing happen with no glass between you, face to face, all in full 3D, to where you're like, hey, buddy, I think you're going to need to pull over. You're in trouble. And you're just wondering, what do I do? What do I do? And I'm like, yep, well, sucks. I'll see you guys back at the barracks. You know, there's nothing else you can. It's so trippy though, how it's an adventure. Weird how the cultures are all mixed though, in that you know, you're flying in a propeller plane and you look out the window, there's a dormant volcano and it feels very Indiana Jones, and you land in a dirt airfield, you know, and then you look out and Quiznos. It's the weirdest. It's the weirdest sensation, but the coolest part about the trip, actually, you know, other than the performing, was they'd had this giant zip lining over the waterfall, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. And I didn't want to chicken out. I wanted to do it, but I'm still nervous about my weight. I'm always self-conscious about my weight. Like, I've lost and gained so much weight over the last several. Like, there's nothing more humbling than buying your old fat clothes back. I've done it. So I'm in line for the zip lining thing, and I do the thing that I do at amusement parks, where you just look for anybody in the line bigger than you are, and you're like, all right, if it's safe for them, then I got this. And it still didn't make me feel all that great. So I tried asking the nice Honduran lady in my best high school Spanish. I'm like, pregunta, hay un límite de you know, gordo, right? Like gordo, like not as gordo as I used to be, but more gordo than I'm comfortable. If you could just like como se dice, sad feelings, you know. And she just looked at me and she goes, it's okay. And that was it. That was her whole response. And it was okay. It was awesome. I had a blast. So I was mentioning my kids, and I'll leave you guys with this, but I don't think they would have handled this last year out in public all that well, considering all the hand washing. They weren't big hand washers to begin with. They would use it as something that they could negotiate. We go to a restaurant and they're like, do we have to? How about we don't wash our hands, but then we tell mommy we did? I'm like, no, that's not how germs work. Which I think that's how the whole world got to where we were, is my kids' logic. But I was always amazed that they didn't know how to do it. Like we practice this every time. Get your hands wet, then you get the soap. We're gonna lather, then we're gonna do the ABCs. And I'm like washing his hands angrily, like for him again. And that's when the guy in the bathroom stall, we didn't know was there, bathroom stall, sneezes and farts at the exact same time. And my boy and I had the exact same reaction. Just, what's that? It was such a magical moment. I was so happy we could share it. And then the guy passed wind again. My kid said, bless you. And that's awesome, because that means that I'm teaching him manners. You guys have been delightful and wonderful. And thank you so much for listening to me. I really appreciate it. My name is Aaron, and you guys have a great rest of your evening. Thank you so much. Good
Thank
night.
you.
Thank
Keep
you.
it going for Aaron, everybody. Keep it going. Thank you guys so much, Texas Wesleyan. You guys were a fun crowd. Thank you for allowing the comics to do their thing. I'm going to go ahead and pass it back to Jerry and Christian. And again, thank you for having us.
Yeah,
Thank you guys. We appreciate
Thank you so
it.
much.
Thank you.
Thanks. Awesome. Okay, so we are doing another prize wheel. So Jerry's going to share her screen, and this time we are going to do, sorry, you can't see it. This is a coffee mug, super fun speckled coffee mug. Great size if you like creamer, because I like a lot of creamer. So here we go.
Michelle Shelton.
And if you will
Yay.
Yay.
If you will private message Jerry, your address, we'll get that sent to you next week. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, so our next performer is an alum. So we are very excited about having him here with us. Mike Ince, what class are you?
That's class of 99.
99. So
99.
he is a magician, and so we are gonna watch him. We're super excited. The first time we met him, he was like, "Is today like a fun day, or is today a serious day?" And we're like, I mean, it's a fun day. And so we started our relationship with magic. So we're super excited to have him tonight. So here we go.
60.
All
Hey,
right.
Mike.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and if you haven't unmuted, go ahead and unmute. This is an interactive type thing. My name is Mike Ince. I am a graduate. 99 is not just the year I graduated. It's also the amount of pounds I've gained and lost over the last 21 years, 22 years. Look at that. How about that? My handwriting has not improved since I graduated Rams. They gave me a degree for that. So I'm going to ask you just a little warm up here. First of all, I am a mentalist. I know what you're thinking. Let's get this over with. 54, 18, 21, 42, 13. Actually, those are the winning lottery numbers for next week. I'm not going to repeat them. So hopefully you're recording this, right?
Yes.
And so it's great. I'll insert that later. You too. If you will, just everybody, if you will, hold your hands out like this for me, palm to palm. And now you're going to turn your thumbs down like that. Okay. And now you're going to put your hands together and interlace your fingers. Okay. With your thumbs. Yeah. I don't think that's your thumb. Yeah. Your thumb towards the bottom. Great. And now wiggle your left finger. Wiggle your right finger. That's good. That's good. And now very slowly come back up like that. Are you with me? Are you with me?
No.
Is anyone confused?
Yeah.
I don't want to cause confusion. I'm just saying that I think maybe I've got you the right mindset at this moment, which is what I need. That's sort of a physical and optical warm up. I did grow up working in a magic store whenever I was a kid. I love mind magic, and so this is mind magic. If you will, think of a verb, an action word. Don't say it out loud. Just think of it. Now think of the second letter in that word. Okay. You thought of a verb, an action word. You thought of the second letter in that word. Now, can you think of a U.S. state that begins with that letter? Imagine being in that state if you've ever been to Utah. Utah, yeah, perhaps. Now that's not everybody. That's most. By the way, if your audio is on, you can applaud like this. This is the sign language way to applaud. Just to shake your hands back and forth like that. Okay. I have Parkinson's disease. It's early, so it's really easy for me to do that. Like this is the sound of one hand clapping. I do this constantly. So forgive me if I'm doing that. That's not for misdirection's sake. It just happens sometimes. Sometimes it's fortuitous times. I do magic with this hand. Now I'm going to ask you, everyone, if you will, please think of one of these three colors right now, and what you're thinking about is going to tell me a little bit about you. Here we are. We got yellow or gold. Let's say gold because it's Wesley, and blue and green, right? I'm gonna put you on gallery view here just because I'm interested. I really want to get a little info. Raise your hand if you thought of gold. All right. People who choose gold are generally bright people. You have a very spunky, bright personality, sunny disposition. You like to get your own way. Don't get me wrong. You can't be strong-headed, and you're skeptical of your horoscopes. Now, if you thought of blue, raise your hand. Yeah, people would think of blue. You also have a very good, you put your hand, that's fine. You also have a healthy skepticism. You do. But if you're honest, sometimes you're too easily persuaded by other people. For example, a moment ago, you thought this was just a bunch of made up garbage. Until I tell you that people who think of blue are attractive and imaginative and have great potential for success. I chose blue. And then finally, raise your hand if you thought of green. Yeah, green. So yeah. Now some of you are arts majors and you realize that yellow and blue makes green. So you couldn't decide on the first two. So you went with this. Some of you just like green because you look good in green. Some of you like to be outdoors. And most of you just like money, a lot of money. It's fine because we're gonna have an opportunity, maybe to so one of us is gonna have an opportunity to win some money in a little while. We'll get back to that. I have these little cards here. what I'm going to do is I need a random, fair help with almost everything that I do. And so what I'm going to ask is, that includes walking. But what I'm going to ask you to do is to tell me to stop as I move these cards from top to bottom. I need, let's see, actually, you know, who has their mic off there?
Eric.
Hey, Eric Montoya? Yeah. Eric, would you mind just say stop for me?
Stop.
Okay. I'm going to put this either behind the gold or behind the blue or behind the green. Which would you like?
Blue.
Blue. He says it and it's done. So he puts that behind the blue. Eric, call somebody else for me if you will. Are you in gallery view?
I am, but I can.
That's okay. Tell you what,
Martha Erngy, let's go.
Yes.
Martha.
Yes. Yes. Hello.
yes. Can you tell me where would you like this? Would you like this to be behind the gold or behind the green?
Green. Gold.
Okay, I heard gold and green. Martha?
There must be two Marthas.
There are.
I'll tell you what, Martha Duke, what would you like this to be behind?
The green.
The green? Where's the other Martha?
Erngy.
Oh, great. Martha Erngy, would you like this to be behind the gold or behind the gold?
Behind the gold.
It's not much of a choice. I'll tell you what, because it's not much of a choice, I'm going to give you another choice, which is, even though these folks made all their decisions, you didn't really get a decision, so you get one now. Do you want me to swap the positions of any of these three?
No, that's good.
No. Because later, when you wake up tonight and you can't sleep, you're going to wonder, what would have happened had I let him do it? Had I switched positions? And it's going to bother you all night long. Be sure you don't want to switch positions. Okay. I'm glad because there's gold. Not bad, not bad. And blue, and of course, this has to be the matching card of green.
Wow.
Give yourself a hand. Hey, thank you very much. That's the exactly. And you can do this. You can do this. It's up to you. Also, you know, I want to try. You know what? There's three. There's really a 1 in 6 chance that these are going to end up in this order. Talk to a math major. They'll be able to explain it to you. 3 times 2 times 1. So I want to do something a little bit different, a little bit more challenging. Okay. I've got little number cards here, and once again, I'm going to ask folks to tell me to say stop. I don't want anyone to think that someone's in on it, so I want to use as many people as possible. Beth Sills, I see that your mic is on. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. I'm going to ask you to tell me when to stop as I move these. Take your time.
Stop.
Okay, right. Now this one. This is going to go in position 1. There's position 1 there. And I'm going to do this again. Beth, give me one more, Beth.
Stop.
Right there.
What if I want that in position 3?
Oh, you want me to put this in the 3rd position? See, that'll be 2. I'll put this in position 3.
Yeah,
Wow.
over by the green. Yeah.
Doing like your own show. I hope this works. She's like, that's no problem. No problem. Martha Duke, can I come back to you?
Sure.
Martha, will you just tell me to stop as I move these little tiles?
Stop.
I want to be fair. Is it okay? Is it okay if I put this in the 2nd position?
Yes.
I'm gonna get confused if I have to keep up with all that. Okay, that's great. And finally, Martha, do you happen to be in gallery view? I'm trying to find somebody else who's got their mic on. And hold on a second. I'm so brilliant with here we are.
We can choose the Beavers because they're celebrating their anniversary. You want to
Oh,
choose?
that's brilliant.
No, not really.
Well, this is your show now, Jay. Okay.
That sounds like that's fair. Now, Jay, if you will, sir, will you tell me when to stop?
Stop.
Okay, right there. Place that right there. And you know what the heck? I want to do 2 more. I can place these down like this, or I can cross my arms. What does the wife want me to do?
Cross them.
Cross them. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Just like we rehearsed. We didn't rehearse, actually, and that's important for everybody to know. The kind of magic that I do won't work if everybody thinks that I've rehearsed it somehow. I've never done this on Zoom before. Usually you walk into a room, you're with a group of friends, you never met me, you never seen me. And so you know that no one had a chance to talk to me before the show. But just so you know, I haven't talked to anybody about anything relating with the show other than what time I was going to come on. So this may not make much sense to you right now, but what you guys have just done is the number 5, 4, 1, 8, 2, 1, which might not seem very amazing to you. Now, you might remember earlier on, I listed out some fake lottery numbers, and I happened to list off 54, 18, and 21 as the first 3 lottery numbers. I really did. Anybody remember that? I really did that. But not only that,
Down.
this has been here the whole time. This isn't just evidence of my bad handwriting. This is also evidence of my bad number writing. So I turn this upside down here. We get 5. See that? The 5, the 4, the 1, an 8, a 2, and a 1.
Oh.
Just in case that's not clear, there they are too. 5, 4, 1, 8, 2, 1, which of course, what do you know about that? What are the odds? What are the odds of that?
Wow.
That's
Right.
great.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. What are the odds? So people like to ask me sometimes, how do you do what you do? I think I'd like to maybe give a demonstration here. Let's see. Now I'm looking at. I'm kind of a hard time seeing my screen here, but tell you what. Oh, so somebody's trying to connect here right now, I think.
You want, yes, Logan. Hi,
Logan.
Logan.
Hi, Logan.
You want to unmute? Mike's going to talk to you for a second.
What timing? What timing to
Yeah.
show up now at this moment? Hi,
Oh,
Logan. Or you don't have to unmute. We can use sign language too. I think Logan's okay. Just
okay. Can you unmute Logan? There we go. Great.
How's that?
all right.
Perfect.
Hi, Logan.
Hey, sir.
I'm Mike. Have we met?
I don't think so.
All right. I graduated in 1999. When did you graduate?
Way before you.
Okay. I see. 1994, something like
Decades
that. Okay.
before you.
Okay. Okay.
Decades before you.
I stayed on campus for about a decade, so chances are we still ran into each other. So
Okay.
maybe during your senior year.
Yeah.
Logan, I was just explaining to these folks some of what I do. I do kind of magic. Some people think that I'm psychic, and they think that's the way that I do things. I don't think I'm psychic. I don't think that's the story. I think I would know. But then some people think that maybe it's all just psychological, like I'm using principles to try to influence you to make certain choices, and that's how I can predict what happens. That's not really the whole story either, but I think ultimately what it boils down to is I'm pretty good at knowing how you're going to think before you think it. I've gotten pretty good. I'm not perfect. I'm pretty good at knowing what you're going to think before you think it. So I decided to play a little game. If you're ready for a game, this is a chance for you to win some things and for me to lose some things, but you're not going to lose anything. Is that fair?
It's a good deal.
Okay.
Good deal.
I have a friend, a guest that I brought here tonight. He's a celebrity. He can't speak because he's a statue. He's actually a miniature statue, but he's famous. You've seen him before. I have brought a statue and I've covered him up here. And he is either a small copy of Rodin's Thinker or Michelangelo's statue of David. He's one of those two. And I've committed myself. I've covered the statue and everything. I'm not going to change it. I wouldn't know how. But if you're suspicious, just keep watching it. It's not going to move. Magic of the mind is what I'm after. And I really think I know what you're going to choose. I say 90, 95% sure. But it's only 50-50 chance. Because in a couple of moments, I'm going to ask you, I'm going to snap my fingers, I'm going to ask you to say either Thinker or David. But since it's only a 50-50 chance, let's make it interesting. So I can make this sort of interesting. I'd like to make it more interesting, but all my money's tied up in poverty. I'm going to use this 20 bucks. 20 bucks says, if this doesn't work out, you get to keep the 20. In fact, that's sort of interesting. Let's add some more interest. If this doesn't work out, you can use my credit card. In fact, I'll give you the PIN. I'll give you the personal number so that you can use the card. I'll give you the whole wallet now. There's a couple of cards in there. They're all still good. There's actually, you know what? There's actually also there's a check made out for $150. I'll add that into $150 plus $20 plus the card, plus giving you the pen to use my card. I have plenty of credit, by the way. And you know what? Let's go even further than that. My ring. This is my Texas Wesleyan signet ring. That's going to be worth something, right? It's a couple $100.
Sure.
I'll put the ring into the mix. If this doesn't work, you get all my stuff. In fact, I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't gamble with things I can't afford to lose, but I feel so confident. My car, got a nice, shiny black convertible. You're gonna love it. It's a 1999 Toyota Celica because Magic has been good to me.
Excellent.
But it's a great car. You'll love it. It's definitely a head turner,
Yes.
especially when it's running.
It's enough.
I'd like to, but like I said, all that. This is really about 2 moments. This whole thing is about 2 moments, about me knowing what you're going to say before you say it. The first moment is this. I'm going to ask you on the count of 3 to say either thinker or David. Now, I don't want to influence you. I wouldn't dream of influencing you in any way. Okay, about whatever kind of choice you make, you just ruminate on that, and whenever you're ready, make that choice. Okay. You're going to say thinker or David. 1, 2, 3.
Thinker.
I knew it.
Thinker.
Of course. Thank you. Now, of course, with this kind of game, you can't change your mind. Take a look at this. Take a look at this ring, and take a look at this wallet, and this 20. It's the last you're ever going to see of these because I somehow I anticipated you were going to say thinker. So I brought a copy of Rodin's Thinker, and I put it here on this pedestal, and I covered him with a cloth. I did all that before the show. I've been practicing this for days. I don't know if you noticed a little sort of subliminal type of influences that I tried to get you to choose it. And it's funny because in that moment you think to yourself, is he trying to influence me to say thinker? No, he's trying to influence me to say David. So I'm going to choose the thinker because no one ever does that. But everyone does that. It's I'm 95% sure you're going to. So that's the first moment. That's the first moment, is that you chose thinker. Here's the second moment. You don't necessarily have to even see what's underneath this cover, because sometimes people just choose to trust me. I think that's the second interesting moment, don't you?
Yeah, very interesting.
Because I think that if you chose not to see it, you could create this bond of trust between us, and it's nice. It's nice to trust and be trusted, and so we can have that experience. I mean, really, you think about it, human beings. What do we have other than trust? You know, what's marriage based on? It's a promise.
Yeah.
So, all that said, it's up to you, completely up to you. I know that, I wouldn't lie. The trick's practically over. I told you that the thinker is underneath this cloth. You guessed, you said thinker. I anticipated you'd say it. I know that's enough for you.
Well,
thank you.
Who won? Did you win?
Well, if the thinker is underneath this cloth, I did. And so I did, yeah. Thanks. Sorry. I know that's not fair. I'm not being quite fair. You may not want to see it because I know you trust me and I appreciate your trust.
I do want to see.
But no one else does trust me. So here we are. There's the man himself, Rodin's Thinker, or at least a bookend version of him. But thank you for playing.